The swastika is an ancient symbol used for over 3,000 years. That even predates the traditional Egyptian symbol, the Ankh. Artifacts like pottery and coins from ancient Troy show that the swastika was an ordinarily used symbol as way back as 1000 BCE. During the subsequent 1,000 years, the image of the swastika was utilized by several cultures around the world, together within China, Japan, India, and southern Europe. By the Middle Ages, the swastika was a widely known, if not ordinarily used, symbol, however, was referred to as by many various names. Though it's not glorious for precisely however long, Native Americans even have long used the symbol of the swastika. Origin: the word swastika comes from the Sanskrit swastika, which implies good fortune or well-being. The motif, a hooked cross, seems to own initial been employed in Eurasia, as early as 7,000 years ago, maybe representing the movement of the sun through the sky. To the present day, it's a sacred symbol in Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, and Odinism. It's a typical sight on temples or homes in the Republic of India or Indonesia. Swastikas even have an ancient history in Europe, showing on artifacts from pre-Christian European cultures. Spiritual starting for the allegory. For the Hindus and Buddhists in Republic of India and alternative Asian countries, the swastika was a very important symbol for several thousands of years, and to the present day, the symbol will still be seen in abundance on temples, buses, taxis, and on the duvet of books. It had been additionally employed in ancient Greece and Rome and might be found within the remains of the traditional town of Troy that existed 4,000 years ago. The ancient Druids and conjointly the Celts also used the symbol, mirrored in several artifacts that are discovered. It had been utilized by Nordic tribes, and even early Christians used the swastika united to their symbols, together with the Teutonic Knights, a German medieval military order that became a strictly spiritual Catholic order. 12,000 years of symbolism. The earliest allegory ever found was uncovered in Mezine, Ukraine, etched on an ivory statuette that dates back an implausible 12,000 years. One among the earliest cultures that are glorious to own used the swastika was a Neolithic culture in southern Europe, within the area that's now Serbia, Croatia, Bosnia, and Herzegovina, called the Vinca culture, that dates back around 8,000 years. In Buddhism, the swastika could be a symbol of fine fortune, prosperity, abundance, and eternity. It's directly associated with Buddha and might be found etched on statues on the soles of his feet and on his heart. It's aforementioned that it contains Buddha's mind. The swastika was adopted by many organizations in pre-World War I Europe and later, and most notably, by the Nazi Party in Nazi Germany before World War II. It had been used by the Nazi Party to symbolize German nationalistic pride. To Jews and also the enemies of Nazi Germany, it became an emblem of anti-Semitism and terror.